Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video. So, please, I'm going to make sure I explain details on what this particular video is meant for, so that for those of you who want to probably be making profit consistently trading forex, crypto, or synthetic indices, we'll be able to get the information clearly. Is that clear? Um, This is a new system for those of you who be watching this video for the first time. This is a new system built to help you analyze the charts, give you areas of entry when the price is okay for you to enter, whereby you won't encounter massive loss or drawdown, right? So, and also give you information of other peers which are probably heading to areas whereby you should take your entries or probably exit from. Exactly. So that is what this software is all about. When you look at the dashboards, we have the top-down analysis. It works with maximum of 3 time frames. That means it will observe trade from 3 different time frames. Then after observing the trade from the 3 different time frames, when it suits for you to enter, maybe probably if it's good for continuation or probably for reversal. So this system is going to alert you. There's an alert system, alert info that's going to send to you. If you are using a VPS, I'm going to talk on that, but let me just finish with the details. So it's either in a continuation trade or a reversal trade. It's going to help you out massively, and it's going to give you all the necessary information you need. So then it has a trade assistance. So now the function of the trade assistance you are seeing right here. The function of the trade assistance you are seeing right here is that it tells you if the condition that aligns for you to take entry is in place. Immediately the condition is aligned, it's going to tell you then on your live signal, which is here, it's going to give you the entry type, if it is a buy or a sell. It's going to give you your stop loss code, and it's also going to give your TP. So the suggested exit is your TP. Exactly. And then it's a licensed software, meaning it depends on the period of time you are going to be using it or you paid for it. So these are the main info at the top. Then it also has a scanner, right? It has a scanner. What happens on this scanner is that despite that this pair is on boom 500 currently now, you can see that right from here I can see what's happening on Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, and every other pair, including crash and boom, then BTC USD, which is crypto. So from here I can see what is going on. If I want to trade any of them or I've been observing them previously, I can easily switch to that particular time frame, then start looking for opportunity to take entry on them. Exactly. So that is the advantage of this scanner to this software. So you can be on a particular time frame and then you get information on other time frame, and if they are okay, you can easily open the chart, then trade it from that point. Exactly. So that being said, let me go deeper into the information on how to use this software. Probably you are using it already, or you may want to get it in future. Now, when you come to the indicator list under the properties, right? This is where you choose different time frame. The highest time frame, which is going to be the one giving the information for order flow, is usually 4 hours. Now, the middle time frame, this has to work with the Fibonacci Fibonacci settings embedded on it, right? Which is I'm using the H1. Then for entry, lower time frame entry confirmation, which is 15 minutes. Now the numbers of bars we want this thing to calculate and check all this information from is 10. I'm using 10, so I would advise anyone, for those of you using it, I also advise you to use 10 for more for better information and for high probability results. Then the buffer pips for precision, either take profit and stop loss. I'm using risks 1 to 5, that means ratio 1 to 5. You can use at least the maximum is 2, but I'm using 1 to 5, that means 1.5. So the Fibonacci key zones are what is here, the 61 and the 78. Exactly. Now when we come to the alert, it has alert for lower time frame signal entry. That means when there's an entry or confirmation for entry, either you are if you are using the VPS, because it's going to be more profitable using VPS with this software. If you are using the VPS, in as much as your network is on, it's going to send you an alert immediately telling you there's an entry, giving you the TP, the SL, and the type of entry it is, either a buy or a sell. Then we also have an alert for impulsive move. I'm going to explain that impulsive move shortly. So once there's an impulsive move detected, it's going to alert you. In fact, this impulsive move is the number one alert you need, because once there's an impulsive move, then every other thing will come to play. So if you should miss any alert, don't miss this impulsive move, because once the impulsive move is in place, that is when it's telling you that there's an opportunity now. You are just to check in, probably either wait for your entry confirmation, or you can even take the trade if the condition, if the price is at a zone where it's more safer. You can take the trade, then seek for areas of exit or TP, while you place your stop loss at the swing high or the swing low. So we enable sound alerts. Then also it has master switch for all push notification. That means this master switch, what it does is that once if it is off, every notification in message will be off. Nothing will be, so it is advisable to check and make sure it is not off. Don't tamper with it. Let it be true, because once it's false, it means you have switched it off. So the alert cooldown is around 300 per second minutes seconds. So now you can see, if I want to disable this multi-scanner, that means I don't want to see all these scanner charts. That means I don't have anything to do with all that pairs that is scanning for me, or I don't even want it to appear on the screen like this. I can decide to keep it off the screen. Once I click on force and I OK it, it's definitely going to disappear from the screen. Now don't tamper with these seconds between signals, single symbol signals. So leave it is on 2. Then the maximum pair you to display on the chart or the dashboard should be 15. Don't increase it. It should be 15 or less than 15. It shouldn't be more than 15 to avoid slowdown on your PC. Now here we have ability to choose different currency pair. We have currency pair. If you want to trade currency pair, maybe you don't trade crypto, you don't trade derivative pair, you can wipe all those pairs off and leave it blank. Then enter the pairs you want to trade on forex. That means the currency pair you want to trade, you put them by, once you enter it, let's say I want to add gold now, or okay, gold is already, let me just use it as an example. Once I want to add gold, AX, okay, AXUSSD. The first thing is, make sure after the last pair, put a comma before you enter the new pair to separate each of them with comma. Is that clear? And then if you don't want any of them, you can definitely also delete them off from that space. Then if you are trading crypto, you enter the crypto pairs of your choice, also using the same format. Once you enter it, separate them with comma. Then if you are into derivative pair, because when you check now, each This is for deriv. We have deriv pair. The middle one is the crypto. This one is for deriv pair, crypto pair, while the top one is currency pair. So you enter in um the initial one I created or I built was just a single space for entering all those pair, but this time around we now have them separated. Then you can also enable alert for currency pair. That means if you want to receive alert on currency pair based on what is happening on the multiple scanner, right? It's going to be giving you infos and then telling you. But once you put them off, it's going to display, but it's not going to give you any alerts on them. Then this one also controls that if you want a major alert on whatever happens within this scanner, so everything on your scanner should be true. Though the last one, this one may be a bit noisy sometime. Are you getting? This may be a bit noisy sometimes, whereby it will be giving you alert as it changes status from time to time. But nevertheless, you can just put it off. Is that clear? So you can put it off and then let it run. Then once you are done, that is all. That is all. That is all regarding the settings. You can choose a lesser time frame for those of you who like to scalp, but mind you, you are doing that at your own risk. You can choose 30 minutes, 15 minutes, then probably 5 minutes. It will definitely give you signals. But you know, the higher the time frame, the stronger the signals. So if you suggest an advice, I will advise you go with 4 hour and then just be patient. This system is guaranteed to make you profit. If you have been losing back to back, either trading forex, crypto, or synthetic indices, I assure you that with this system, within your first week of using it, you must definitely make profits. Exactly. You must definitely make. I'm so certain about that, except you are greedy. So that being said, let me explain the major move about this system. That means what matters most. Everything matters, but there's a particular one that matters most and how you can go about it. Then also talk about the VPS users, how you can utilize this system. So now let me show you that I can make this scanner run on the background without displaying on the chart. So I'm going to put it on false, right? You can see now I've put it on false. So once I click OK, you notice it doesn't come up anymore, right? Now, talking about the impulsive move which I made mention about, because that is the first signal you're going to get. Once you add it to your chart for the first time, don't do anything. Let's say this is my first time of adding to the chart. Don't trade anything at that moment. Are you getting now? Don't trade anything at that moment. Wait for it to recalculate and give you a new beginning. That means a new move before you can follow up properly. Don't for any reason, most especially for those of you who are new, who don't understand some basic concepts regarding trading, don't for any reason rush to open trade just because you meet it like this. It is going to, I'm not saying there's probability that you might end up winning the trade or not winning the trade. And the reason is because if price has gotten to an area of reversal or moving back, it might encounter a loss. Or if price has not visited or made a pullback to the zone is going to start dropping from it, that may also create a drawdown. So in your own case, if today is your first time of installing it on your system or your BPS, immediately you install it. Any information is giving you at that current time, ignore it. So what you're going to take note of is, let's say this is Boom 500. I just installed it on Boom 500 now. Until I notice a change on this signal, that means this Fibonacci level right here on the screen. has moved away from this point and gotten to a new point whereby I got a new alert. That is when I will start following the information gradually. What did I mean? Let me give you an instance, right? Let's say, for instance, as of today, you just got the software today, and the whole thing was like this. Just like what you saw, like this, right? So it will be safe not to take anything. You just, since you've identified the position it is based on the time frame you are using, wait for it. When it gives you a new alert and you notice that it has moved from this point and it has taken a new position into a new zone. I'm saying this for the case, for the purpose of those who are just who will be who are just new to trading. I don't want you to lose a penny. That's why. So, but if you understand trading, if you see that position, you can modify it for your entry. There's no problem. So when it takes a new position on still that same pair, then you can start following it, because at this point, if you are new to trade, you don't understand some concepts, you might end up entering a wrong trade. But if you understand trading and you understand how to modify, areas that matters most on chart, you don't have issues. You can go ahead. But for those of you who are new, let it give you a new signal. Everything, let it be new before you take entry, because immediately it pops up and load in a new form, in a new move, right? It's going to give you the first message. The first message you're going to get is going to tell you that there's an impulsive move which led to a liquidity sweep on this particular pair, right? So when you open your chart, you are going to see that the Fibonacci is going to take a new position. Immediately it takes a new position, what you'll be waiting for is the entry signal. In some cases, I don't wait for the entry signal, and I'm going to tell you how, and I'm going to tell you why. So that is the first information I want you to get. So the first message you are going to get is the move of the impulsive move and the liquidity sweep. Because if I take you back to the chart, before I proceed here, let me take you back to the chart and show you something. Now, when you look, I don't know if you can see this top right here. When you look here, it says on the H1, this one usually occur on the middle time frame. H4, H1, M15 is going to be on M15. If it is D1, H4, M15 is going to be on H4. So you are going to see what he said. He said buy side liquidity swept, right, by impulsive move. That means liquidity has been taken and there is an impulsive move. So this can be a reversal or a continuation for an up a higher what is it called, a big time frame, a higher time frame. Like what you saw here, immediately this what is it called? This Fibonacci took this new position, right, on this 500. That was yesterday, because we are on a new day now. Immediately take this new position, I received an alert. So I used 5-minute time frame. I did not say I changed my higher time frame. I used 5-minute time frame for entry from here. So it's going to even tell you if fair value gap was mitigated or a bearish order block is mitigated. It's going to put it in the info for you. So there's no need, don't panic about how it's going to come. It's going to tell you what it mitigated, either a fair value gap or an order block. So immediately it mitigated that order block, I took my entry. So my target is this zone, right? You can see where my target is. And since I took my entry from that point, I didn't get up to $1 drawdown while I'm on profit. Not only on this pair, there was one on Crash 500 also, which I even shared with about 2 people in my group privately. I didn't tell them, but I just tell them to take this entry. I suggested it as an entry for them. So the first information is going to tell you, it's going to allow you to know which side price is going to. Because if this doesn't occur, if there's no buy side liquidity taking, right, This the first thing, once there's a buy side liquidity taking, the next thing is an impulsive move is detected. So it's going to map that impulsive move for you, then give you an area of entry. For those of you who are in my channel, I've been explaining this previously on the normal trading class, telling you that we need to see a move creating a massive bias, then believing a retracement, because price will create an inefficiency, then come back to fill those inefficiency created before. So all that is embedded inside the software. So that is why I took this trade. The first thing was I was waiting for this Fibonacci to take a new position after the information it got. Then immediately took that position. I used 5-minute modification for entry. I'm targeting lower. I may decide to close. Already I'm on profit. The idea is to be on profit, not just $1, $2 profit at this moment. A good profit, which if I'm making that every day, I'm better than any civil servant in any local government, even some state government. You don't have to be greedy with this strategy. Exactly. So that aside, that is the first information you will get. Once you get it, you'll be able to know where you are going to take your entry from. So that is the importance of you waiting for the Fibonacci to take a new shape. It's going to alert you. Just if you're using VPS, make sure your network is on. Every information is going to come to your mobile phone. So it's not necessary you have a laptop before you operate or you use it. But I recommend, if you have, at least at your leisure time, you can sit down and even view the chart more clearly and in a more broader position. Exactly, guys. So that is the first thing you should take note of. Now, let's say, for instance, you place a trade, right? You place a trade. After the whole requirement is made, the first step is we want to see our Fib giving us a new message or a new alert telling us it has taken a new shape and putting all those levels like you see. So the next step is the modification for entry. Use 5 minutes, 15 minutes for entry, but let your major time frame do the analysis, the top down from the higher time frame, let them work the work for you. Sometime, if it's there's probability that price may start from this top here and come down to this end here. What normally triggers price not to come down to this end with this software are what we call key level. They are what we call key level. Now let me give you a situation whereby key level can come in. So let's say we have a price action. Let's say we have price action in this format. And instances where price was dropping bearish towards the downside, right? So it get to this level, it started moving an opposite move. It started giving you an opposite move. Maybe probably it's mitigated an order block at that point, or it hits a strong zone. Don't mind my drawing, please. I'm just trying to make it more detailed so that you know what you are going for. Now, we've gotten this move. For those of you who trade Forex or any pair, you don't need anyone to tell you that as it is now, we have a break of structure here, right? Because price has gone beyond the initial high. Let's assume this was an initial high, right? Initial high, price has broken and gone to above it. So funny enough, our Fibonacci now took a new dimension, right? From this point. This was the top. That was the top, the middle line, and the under middle line, then this is the bottom, right? I'm just giving you an instance. Let's say this is how the Fibonacci just, okay, no need for that. This is the line, the middle line. So this is how the Fibonacci draw its move. Or there's no need for that middle line self. Shit. Sorry. Let me go again. Like I said earlier on, we have a bearish move towards the downside. Just please bear with me. I really want you guys to make money from this trading of a thing. So I'm so certain that this software will help you out. And if it's going to help you out, I really need to break down the information so that you get it clearly. So we got an impulsive move. That broke the initial high before price started dropping. Then finally, at this point, our fib pops up with those levels embedded on it, and then here's the bottom. So immediately it pops up like this. Let's assume this is where it comes up. Now the first key level, if you look at this move towards the upside, everything are bullish, but not in L situation that you have bullish moves like this. There are times that we have a bearish candle intertwining in between a bullish candle, right? Let's say we have a bearish candle here. I'm just giving you an instance, right? Or we have another bearish candle in between these candles. So these are key levels, right? These are key levels. These are what I refer to key level. These are what I'm referring to key level that I was making mention of. That these are things that may trigger price not to go direct to your area of expectation. Anywhere there is a move like this, where price have this, these are usually key level. Some people don't know. But the main thing is that this is our major demand zone where price started from, right? Before the breakup structure. So it is not in all situations or in all cases that price will come directly to this point. When you get an opportunity for entry at the premium or discount level, depending on the way price is going or where price is moving from, your first target is after you got an entry. Let's say price drop from here. At first, then it created an opportunity for in your lower time frame to mitigate the new order block of fair value gap in your lower time frame. And probably it came back, then mitigated that point. So when you get that first alert, your target should be here, because this is a key level waiting for you here, where there's a bridge between a particular bullish candle or a bearish candle. Is that clear? There's a key level waiting for you. There's another software I may add to it that has to do with other blocks, breaker block. Sometime, if your H4 is giving you this move, this point where we have this key level can be a breaker block or an other block in your lower time frame. So when you use that software, it will help you to identify that point without messing up, so that you won't be greedy expecting price to drop all the way from the top to this point. So your first target should be, okay, since there's a key level here and I got an entry opportunity here, my target should be this point. My first target, that when price is dropping, I'll first put my TP a bit 2 bits high above that key level, so that when it meets it, at least I may even do break even if you are trading the forex or what's it called, VIX, because on boom and crash, break even, I'm not sure if break even works. Ehen. So your first target should be around that zone. That means your first TP. Because there's probability that price may come here, retest on it, then keep going up or start ranging. And if it breaks it, then there's possibility that it's coming down to your area of interest. Exactly. So what is going to stop your price, your entry or move from the top not to get to your area of destination most of the time is as a result of key level. Certainty that once the FIBO gives you the settings, you are going to definitely get an entry for either up or down, depending on whichever liquidity that was taken out and the impulsive move, the direction the impulsive move gets to, right? So you are definitely going to what? Make profit. But for you not to be too greedy, holding the trade from point A to point B, always have it in mind that, okay, if I get this opportunity, my first focus, where should it be? Within the chart, you see the key level there. So that point should be a point whereby your first TP, your first target should be. Exactly. It is better to make $10 every day or every week than making $10 that you see with your eyes, and as a result of holding the trade for too long, it later went and then went to 0, even putting you on massive loss. So please apply this. Either you are using the software or any other software you are using, make sure you put these things into consideration. So that is what I want to let you guys know, that these are things that may likely stop your entry not to get to your area of TP. Exactly. So that being said, let's me view the chart and let's see other issues. Now you can see that when I got this entry here, it's possible to put my first TP around this zone because this is a key level that will distract price at first from not dropping. But based on my analysis from the higher time frame, this is where I'm expecting price to react majorly, not from here. Here may just create a kind of stop. But where I'm expecting price to react majorly is around this zone. That is why you can see my TP. It's not that if I want to put my TP at the extreme end, I can't put it there. So the fact that you have been trading for long doesn't mean you should neglect some vital information. So that is that. Then talking about those of you using VPS. Now, if you are using VPS, let me suggest something for you. For you not to depend solemnly on your scanner, you can choose maximum of 3 different pair of your choice based on your capital or equity. Load them on the chart individually, right? That means one after the other. Like if I'm trading gold, crash 500, and then boom 500, I will load them on the charts. Then attach this so that any message coming from here is going to ring directly there without waiting for scanner to do it. Since you won't be on the chart 24/7, this is going to save you a lot of time. Now let me take you to a trade I entered on crash 1000. Now this was one of the trades I shared. You can see where my TP is, right? So this has been since yesterday. I've been holding this trade since yesterday. So with the way it's moving, there's tendency is coming to my area of TP, right? It's coming down to my. So with these two trades that I use the same format to hold, you can see I'm on profit. The first thing I expected to see is this. Immediately I saw this, I waited for change of character. It was on this candles mitigation that I took my entry. And you can see since then price didn't go back from there. Price has been dropping back to back all the way down. So I'm still holding it, believing it's going to come down to my TP. If it doesn't come, there's kind of reaction is going to react that I will know that it won't come back. So maybe I may lose some cent or close with a little profit. But I've been observing it from my mobile phone. So it's almost getting to my area of interest. One thing with the kind of move they normally move is that they don't go straight immediately. This is how they move. This is one of the signs that where your TP is, they are going to hit it. They will be coming gradually, right? They'll be creating step gradually. They don't just, it's not all the time that they are going to move like a force towards your TP. What you'll be seeing is that they are going to be giving you a kind of slow move towards your area of TP. Exactly. So for those of you using VPS, like I said, attach it to your chart. It's going to trigger an alert for you. But the major alert you need is the move. That is once this thing sets, it's going to give you an alert. That is what you can see. Since now I didn't receive any kind of notification or whatsoever. Right? So if price move beyond this point now, no problem. Leave it's going to calculate. When you get to an area that is going to definitely give you profit, it's going to send you an alert. And then to give you a notification. So it is left for you to wait for a change of character before you take your entry. Then if price even hit your stop loss, it's going to be very little, except maybe you open too many positions or you are using a very big lot size. So trading is a business. Be very logical when you are doing things with that has to do with trading stocks or as any of the assets. So for those of you who are already using it, I'm also using this medium again to enlighten you on how to go about it. Already some of you are making profit already, I know. But for those of you who are still finding your way up and down within or how to follow it up, most really the new ones, please, this is just to educate you on how to use it. You don't need anybody to send you signal. You don't need anybody to analyze for you. The three things I just explained are the things you need to wait for. First thing is attach it to your chart. Wait, select your time frame of your choice, alignment. The higher the time frame, the better the information and the more details you're going to get. So once it aligns, right? Once it aligns, the first message is immediately this one take position, you're going to receive a message. Then when it mitigates your order block, it's going to also tell you and it give you an entry code and SL. That is all. There is nothing more than this. The whole thing about price action is inside the system already. So you don't need to start doing another technical analysis on your own before you find it easy to use. So that being said, I think I don't want this video to be too long, but I believe I've break down most important part of the software to you. Either you have a system is a plus, because even though you have a laptop, there are times you won't be with your laptop, right? So you can get a VPS. Monthly subscription is around $7 for the VPS. I'm not saying the system. If you want to get the information of how much it costs, you can message me on my message me on my WhatsApp with the number above +234-9132-145-098. That is my number, or WhatsApp number. You can message me on. So you can chat me up on that. Then we talk about how to go or how to go about it, because this license you are seeing here has dates. It's because I'm using the master copy. That's why I didn't see this. So anybody using a paid copy will have a date there. So I think that is all for now. If you find it informative and you want to probably leverage on it, I'm assuring you that certainly you make profit, unlike when you have been making losses. And then you are free to chat me. But if you feel it's not okay, then maybe you can try other method or means. I really appreciate you for watching. And if you still have any other question, you can still also message me on that same number for any info. Now, let me show you something on gold. This is an information of gold. You can see that here is telling us that SSL has been taken out. That means sell side liquidity has been swept. Then there was an impulsive move, right? So what we see now on gold, let me zoom gold. I missed the trade though, so I didn't take the trade. So what we saw here now, you can see that immediately this thing gave you that settings. Immediately it pops up, right? You'll be able to leverage on the information. You'll be able to take an entry. The way gold is going now, there's tendency gold may come back to the target. You can see where we have targets here. Gold may come back to that target. I'm not saying there's possibility of gold coming back, because automatically we know that here is a very strong zone, and if it breaks and retests there, definitely that is where gold is going. So there is no way you are using it and you are following it up, then you say you lose. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Even though you miss a trade, the next one you're going to win it. So just maintain the approach of don't overtrade. Then that means don't open too many positions and don't increase your lot size. Gradually, you compound your little money to something massive. So it works for all pairs because you can see right on the scanner, you can put currency pair, crypto pair, and derivative trading assets. That means the synthetic indices. Exactly. So that is just the information I want to show you. If this is your first time, fine. But if you have been watching other videos, cool. What we just did here was just a little check. For those of you who have been using the previous one, you know what I mean when I say little check. So this is the absolute solution to any stock or trading out there. With this, there's tendency you are going to make massive profits. Massive profit. And it has nothing to do with I have laptop, I don't have laptop. No. All that is sorted already once you can get a VPS. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.